Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. You're looking at a Bat Châtillon 155-55, the Tier 9 French SPG, located on the defending spawn of Karelia Assault. This one is under the command of talon1958 of OLIMP, and is his response to Angelina75's games from yesterday. Game on! Well, this is the single-shot version of the French autoloader. It's actually quite an effective Arty, 155mm caliber. It's capable of doing 680 alpha, 48mm of pen, and 7.6 meters on the burst radius, between 12.5 and I think it was 27 seconds of stun. He's loaded and ready to go. This is an Arty with a turret, which means it can turn around and shoot across its side. And that means that if you want to relocate quickly after the start of a battle, you can do so, because of course what you can do is just move straight forward and you change your position straight away. Rounds out in that spot. Well, he fired at where the AMX 1390 was sighted, and hopefully he would have got some damage, but the AMX may have moved away. Okay, he's also looking into the corner because there's bound to be a few enemy heavies coming up this way. And we've got a Reiner Sorrente and an Funfensieg, sorry, get it right. Trying to pronounce it in German. Oh, that's a good target. That is a Heshbon. The FB4005. Other people call it something slightly different. But it is a really good target because it has very thin armor on the turret, and it's very easy to penetrate them if you get a shot on them. Now he's changed position just slightly. He's now looking to the south and the turret is turning. There you go, the reticules appeared. And we've got an enemy tank appeared before we're loaded, but only a brief second he fires around in and gets some damage on the Object 752. And he's already changed position. Now you do need to change position on the NA server because the NA players tend to counter battery quite a lot more than the EU do. And they're very good at it. So if you don't move, you are risking getting hit. Rounds out. There was a Hori 3 there a moment or so ago, and he's already relocated. That's what I love about this Arty and the Bat Chat 155-58. You can move position very, very quickly. You only need to press your W key for a short while. Unfortunately, a lot of tank drivers think that Arty players don't know where their W key is. That's a fallacy. I'm afraid, yeah, we do know where it is. It's just that Arty players tend to sit at the back most of the time and don't need to move position because most enemy Arty don't tend to counter battery. That's an exception that's broken on the NA server because they do know how to counter battery. They look for the tracers and they try and take out the enemy Arty. And in fact, recently we saw an enemy Arty taken down and killed within the first few seconds of the game simply because he knocked a couple of trees over, and we could then work out, or the player could work out exactly where he was. You can see that that shell, the one that hit the mouse previously, actually hit the barrel and put a hole in one side. Of course, a tank wouldn't be able to fire if it's got a hole in the barrel. It would actually be impossible without there being a serious explosion. Well, he got a hit on the 705A, hiding behind the mouse, which kind of made it difficult for the mouse to side scrape. Okay, the Heshbon's just moved over to this corner. But whilst we're waiting for the turret to turn, we can now see the Object 752 has actually moved up through the dip, and he's now encountering a Type 4H. There's the Hori, rounds out, ahead of his path. Well, I'm afraid the wreck, the wreck got struck. We heard the twang, but the actual kill goes to a Leopard 1, who managed to get the shell in just a brief second, or a split second, before our shell arrived, so we miss out on that one. In the meantime, there's that 705A and the mouse. We fire at the mouse, and he gets a hit for 199. Now, the standard reload for this Arty is 28.76 seconds. We can see that Talon's got it down to 23.99. And it's really important, if you're an Arty player, to keep pumping those shells out as fast as you can. As I say, my saying is keep your barrels hot. That is, keep them so hot that every second is used to pump another shell at the enemy. Rounds out. That's a good hit on the Lorraine 50-ton, 251. And he's getting stun assist, lots of stun assist. And in fact, the Lorraine 50-ton has gone down. So masses of stun assist, all because he put the stun on the enemy and his teammates could then get a shot. Okay, we've got a 113 Beijing Opera. The Chinese heavy tank with very light armor. And he's currently going into the swamp. Oh, it'd be nice if we can get a shot on him. But they've spotted the enemy Arty up on the horseshoe, and so we're going to put a round into him. And in fact, he's out the game. Lovely kill. Beautiful shot. Clean straight to the target. Yes, the answer is don't ever get spotted if you're an Arty, if you can help it. And if you do get spotted, move position immediately. If you get hit by a counter battery fire, change position straight away, or you're asking for trouble. Well, that was a quick shot at the Beijing Opera. He might not have been there, though. As this is a 10-minute battle, we've got 3 minutes 50 left on the clock. The enemy really doesn't have much time to win. We're 2 up on the enemy at the moment. They're having a lot of trouble over here. The mouse is now surrounded. Siebensieg just won the corner, and the Sheridans come up behind him. And I think that was going to be the end. There's the Beijing Opera. He's just tracked. But instead, we turned the turret around because it wasn't ready to fire. And I think we're going to have a go at the mouse as well. Okay, he's loaded. Rounds out straight away. And, oh, the target was already dead. And there's only 5 left on the enemy team. Their closest tank is the Object 752, and he's to the south of us. So I think we're going to change positions so we can actually get shots in that direction. He really is fighting it out in the dip, and unfortunately, we've lost a Foch B there. We previously lost the Type 4H, who was actually in that dip. Oh, we just lost another tank, a Leopard 1, and we're sending in a T110E5 to try and stop that Object 752 killing out. I think Talon wants to help, and he's going to try and get to a position where he can get a shot in there. Okay, the enemy has lost the 752, but they've now got a TVP T5051. That's a medium tank autoloader, but he won't react very well to an artillery shell because he has light armor as well. He fired that one in to try and get some stun for the E5 to make it easy. And we found another enemy Arty. Now, if we can get this one, we get a counter battery fire. He's changing position. He's on the move. You'll need to lead that shot. There's only 2 enemy left, and we've had the 2-minute whistle. Or it's 2-minute siren. Now, the question is to guess where that M53, M55 is. I think he's probably behind that rock, because that would give him adequate cover from our teammates. But he's one of only 2 left in the game, and he's probably not going to want to get close. In fact, now they've just lost the TVP T5051. We just saw the tracer coming out from behind the rock. So we know the Sherman's on his way. He'll be the first one to spot the M53. I suspect he's just behind that rock. There he is. Yeah. We got the clang, so we definitely hit the target, but the Sheridan gets the kill. And that's victory. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a second-class tanker for talon1958 in the Bat Châtillon 155-55. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 8 in that game. And his win rate for the game was 1,947, which is very good. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see the highest damage in the game actually went to the BZ68 with 4,644. Second highest went to the Foch, who managed 3,696. Third highest was the Sheridan, who got the last kill of the game. He got 2,763. And we can see that Talon got 1,766, which is way down the table. But he was beaten by 2 members of his own team and 7 members of his own team. So he actually came in 10th place on damage. When it came to kills, though, he only got the 1. The top scorer was the Sheridan with 3 kills. 2 kills went to the Object 752, the 113 Beijing Opera, and the M53, M55 on the enemy team. And we can see Talon only the 1 kill out of that one. And when it came to base XP, he's actually in 4th place because the top scorer was the Sheridan with 965, 924 to the BC68, 815 to the Foch B in 3rd place, and 4th place going to Talon with 793. He fired 16 rounds, which is a decent amount to get a good result. You should be able to get an ace tanker with enough shells in the right spot. He got 7 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, which was, of course, the tank that he killed. That was the Bat Châtillon 155-55, 440 hit points from a shell, went straight through the engine deck and killed him outright. He also got 11 splashes, 1,766 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters, damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 1, so he missed out on a Confederate by just 1 tank. He also got 1,651 stun assists off 11 stuns. If only he'd actually hit that M53, M55, then he possibly would have actually ended up getting the a Confederate medal as well. On a premium account, he actually made a profit of 17,485 credits from that game. And he also took away 2,379 experience points. And he was saying, come on, fire faster. He had so many targets to shoot at because his teammates were keeping them lit. But the problem was that his reload wasn't as quickly as he wanted. And he was lining them up for targets and shooting as soon as he was ready. Unfortunately missed out on that Confederate. As I said, if he'd only wounded the M53, M55, then he would have actually got a Confederate medal. So sometimes it is advisable to actually shoot, not to kill the enemy tank, but to actually just splash him a little right at the end of the game. So you've done some damage and you would have ended up with the Confederate medal. Anyway, he got a 2nd class and a bruiser medal, but did Angelina beat him in the contest? I'm afraid she did, yes. Angelina got a 1st class tanker out of that game in the GW Tiger P, the assault game on steps. And she got a bruiser medal as well for getting at least 5 critical hits. And she got a win rate of 3,309. So a 1st class beats a 2nd class, and they both had bruisers. And Angelina had a higher win rate, even though it really didn't matter because, of course, a 1st class does beat a 2nd class. So sadly, this meant that Talon actually came in 2nd, or is the loser on this week's contest. He had to get up this morning and get breakfast for Angelina, and she gets to sleep in, lie in early, or lie in late, and really enjoy her Sunday. So well done to Angelina. She's done it again. She did it last week. She's done it this week, and well done. But will she win next week? Well, we'll have to wait and find out because the contest will carry on even through the competition, I'm sure. Hope you enjoyed this replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.